So what I want people to understand is one of the first things that you learn when you begin handling injury cases. There's a story told about a three-legged stool. And lawyers who practice in this area understand that you need to have three parts to that stool, three legs to the stool, in order for you to have a personal injury case. The first leg is an injury, all right? And you have to have some kind of an injury, and you have to be ready to let people know about it. And you want to call the attorney, because the attorney is probably going to refer you to a doctor, possibly a chiropractor, possibly an orthopedic surgeon. But you want to document your injury immediately. And you want people to, if anybody says, how do you feel? You don't give the normal response, which is fine. You say, I'm in pain. I hurt. I'm injured. And that's the first leg of the stool, okay, the three-legged stool. Have you been injured? The second leg of it is, are you going to have somebody who's able to pay? Do you have someone who's going to be able to compensate you financially for that? Because even if you have an injury, if you don't have a party that's going to be able to pay you for your injury, then the stool fails. So if you're missing any of these legs of the three-legged stool, the stool falls. So obviously you have to begin with an injury. Without the injury, you have two legs, the stool falls over, you don't have a case. Now you say, do I have the second leg? Who's going to compensate me? Is there somebody who has the financial means to compensate me? Typically an insurance company. And then the third leg of the stool is, what are my damages? How much was I hurt? What is this injury worth? And so if we don't have all three legs of the three-legged stool, and think about milking a cow, it fails and you fall over and you don't have a case. So you have to have all three legs of the stool. That's the first thing that you learn when you begin doing personal injury. Do I have all three legs of the stool? Do I have the injury? Do I have sufficient damages to be worthwhile? And do I have someone who's going to compensate me monetarily? And if we're missing any one of those, then lawyers are going to say, look, you have some injury, but you don't really have any damages to be something that we would want to pursue, that you would want to pursue. Or many times happens where you don't have, there's no insurance company involved. And so there's no financial way for you to collect. So you could have a terrible injury, and you could have somebody who is at fault. And is the one who caused, the damages. So those are I'll recap, but those are the stools. Do you have injury? Do you have an at-fault party that caused the damages to you? And do you have another party, insurance company or whoever, who is going to compensate you for those injuries?